One of the major comments that was raised, it kept getting raised, and I don't know if it's just a word or a term that I don't know. Sanatana Dharma or Dharma.
Yes.
Sanskrit for eternal religion, something that is ancient and never dies. It is a way of life based on the Vedas of Bharadvarsha, written by the great rishis. The Upanishads state that everything in the universe is subject to change, decay, and death, including our thoughts. A lot of people spoke about this, and I don't know if they were speaking about it as Hinduism or it's something else that is meant to be a religion, because they say they practice and they believe this. And then the power mantras. This is how we close it off.
All right. Yes, Sanatana Dharma. So the word Sanatan means eternal. Dharma meaning codes, duties, sometimes translated as religion, a way of life that supports the eternal. We spoke that the spirit, the soul is eternal.
Yeah.
So the codes around living based on the ethics of the soul. So because the word Hinduism was sort of imposed on the people of that Indus Valley.
Sure.
So now people are hip to it and conscious to it that they generally don't want to be referred to as Hindus. Some accept it. They prefer to call this culture of the Vedas Sanatana Dharma.
Is that almost the decolonized term?
Yes.
To say Hinduism is just like China is what English people call it. But that's not what they call it there.
Yes.
And Sanatana Dharma is actually the name of this belief system.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so the literature there is full of what we call mantras. Mantras, 2 words. Mana means the mind, tra means to free. So sound that frees the mind from its absorption in the temporary. So that wisdom was generally sung. So you find these mantras are recited. You know, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So many of them are sung, like Bhagavad Gita. Gita means song. So the use of sound to liberate the consciousness from its identification with the body and mind is a very powerful technology. And so in my personal life, last 22 years, I'm chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Simple mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So people keep beads like a rosary. You can do 10 minutes, 20 minutes. And what happens there is that because the sound is spiritual, it clears the conditioning that is there within the heart, this thinking I'm this car, I'm this body, or I'm the software, the mind, like that. And it helps us to realize our spiritual nature. And also mantras are vehicles with which consciousness is set free. Because anytime you chant whatever, recite those mantras, you are creating the vibration that those mantras, the names contained in those mantras. It's almost like you're creating a spiritual bubble within this material world.
Yeah. Mantra is also part of Sanskrit.
Yes.
That's beautiful, because people do have mantras, affirmations.
Yes, that's another
I'm
word,
beautiful,
right?
I'm great, I will succeed, those kind of things.
Yes, it's also coming out of this. So embracing this Vedic wisdom as a great library for humanity.
Yeah.
This is some closing words I would say, that look into it.
Savvy, I don't know if there's anything else you want to close with. This is the end of today's episode. Anything else you want to say?
Let's stay in touch, whoever wants to be in touch with me. My handle is savyathemonk, SAVYA, the monk. And there's plenty literature that people can come and get. And as my mentor said, emancipate yourself from mental slavery.
Come on.
None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy. None of them can stop time. We're eternal. So we shouldn't be threatened by death. But because we identify with this body, we are always feeling threatened by death. So let us emancipate ourselves. Engage me. I'm your servant.
Spusiso, a blessing. Savyathemonk, thank you very much for joining us on the panel show. I'm looking forward to unpacking more layers of this as we go on. I think the onus is going to be on me to go and research some of the Vedas, some of the stories, so that it can be a bit more engaging and go a bit deeper. Because this is still, for people that don't know, still almost an introduction to everything. And apparently there's so much more.
Thank you, Pen.
Thanks, brother.